but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. Podcast number 145 this week on the show. We just celebrated 3 years of doing the Texas Hemp Show podcast. We started the shows, guys, in like the last few weeks of September in 2020, as we were just kind of in the infancy of our publishing the Texas Hemp Reporter magazine, but we're celebrating 3 years here this week with the show. And great to have our guest, Wendy Askew, on. You don't get a doctor on the show too often. We do have doctors on. We've had lawyers on. We've had many a professional on, but I'm a fan of Wendy's work, and when you get a doctor on, I'm gonna throw a couple of haymakers out at you, and I know she's.
Did.
I sure did.
Yeah.
But I know that you mean well, and you strike me as a person that really cares about the patient, and you're a big spokes advocate, with the holistic side, and then of course the cannabis. So I just felt like I would love to get your take on some of those things that we don't always see get asked, especially on mainstream media. But
I understand. Thank you.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about
my favorite. Absolutely. Let's switch to something less controversial. I love it.
Let's talk about something less controversial, right?
Yes,
is it true sex is better on weed?
I think it is. Absolutely. And I can and there's science to support it. Like, this is one of my favorite talks. Just think about the beneficial things like the enhanced sensations and the feelings and the sense of elongations of time perception. But for people who suffer with pain or anxiety or inhibitions, the right amounts, not overdosing it, because then you'll get the biphasic effect, but appropriately dosed, they'll have less pain, they'll be more calm, they'll be more in the moment. So based on the research, which is pretty fluffy research, surveys and things, it's like upwards of 80% of men, and I think more than 55 to 60% of women do say that their sexual experiences are enhanced when they are under the influence of cannabis. So that research is so much fun to look at. And we did a really funny presentation right after the pandemic with Nisha Whiteley and for a group looking at cannabis and sex. And the data was so much fun to look at.